Here's one I drew, and this one's not a Da Vinci. This one right here is a Johannes Vermeer. He's a 16th century Dutch painter, and so I wanted to give it a try, and I'm trying to draw it upside down. Now, when I draw this, though, I think I put the same angle in as I did for the angel that I drew that was by Da Vinci. So the angle of the face is not quite as turned as much as the angel of Da Vinci's turned more than this one. So I may do this one again later and see if I can't get the right angle. But anyway, I'm drawing it upside down. It's coming along. I don't really worry that much when I'm drawing them upside down right off. Now, once I get done with this drawing and I turn it over, I spend several more hours drawing on it to make it look more like the original. Now, I can't get it to look exactly like the original. For one thing, the angle of the face is off. But it kind of looks a little bit like it. I drew mine a little larger, so I have more focus on the facial features. That may be as small as I could draw. I tried to draw smaller, but I just wasn't able to. But my main interest was in drawing the facial features, and so I got that in there, even though it's not at the right angle. I mean, it's a little off, just a tiny bit. So if I draw this again, I'm going to try to get the angle just right. So the best thing you can do is learn from your mistakes. And with this one, I think I'm just a little tiny bit. The angle that I used was a little much. Just a little more than it needed. But it was a great learning experience. And then after I ended with drawing it upside down, I just spent several more hours on it, drawing it and looking at it and comparing it. And finally, I got it to the state where it's at now, and I just said, okay, I think this one's done. Now, if you look on there, you can see I'm trying to lay out the basic features where they need to go, and the nose is like a ball at the end with a little circle, not a ball, but a little circle and another little lips next to it. I really wanted to get more of that turban in there. But, like I said, I'm mostly interested in trying to get the facial features at this point. And these are all studies. These are not anything that are like great works of art in any way, shape, or manner. I'm pretty crude at drawing, and I'm still learning. So each one of these is a learning experience. So whatever I do to them, however I get it done, it actually, I learned something. I learned something from this one too. I learned if you don't get that angle just right, it's not going to look just like the original. I think the girl I drew looks older too. I tried my best to make her look younger, but I think part of it is the angle of the head, the way it's turned. And then, of course, I think I didn't draw the features quite right. I will redraw it again later. I don't think it's terrible, but it doesn't look just like her. So in that way, I failed. But really, I wasn't trying to make a carbon copy to start with. That's never my goal, because I'm going to be let down a lot. My goal is just to try to get kind of to look like it. Now, right here, I can tell. When I drew that one upside down, I drew one of the eyes lower than the other one. Oh, my goodness, that's terrible. I'm going to have to fix that. Well, yeah, you have to fix it. If one of the eyes is lower, then it's not a Picasso. So, you got to fix it. You got to put the eye where the eye needs to go on that line across the face, just like the nose and the mouth. It has to be at the angle the face is at. In that particular one, I just drew the eye too low. And I really want to abandon this, but no, I didn't. See, look, I just kept working on it, and I think it looks better now. Uh, I didn't abandon it, and I kept working on it, and a few hours later, it looked much better. But that's what you have to do. You just have to keep working on a drawing. I redid everything on that face. The only thing I didn't do is the angle, because you'd have to redraw it completely. The angle is a little off. You can see by looking at it now. I couldn't tell to start with. When I draw it again, I'll purposely try to make it at the right angle it's supposed to be. But this one right here, I think it came out okay. It's a girl wearing a turban with a pearl earring. Is it supposed to look just like the original? Well, this one doesn't. But that's okay. I learned a lot. If I do it again, I'll redo it in a different way. I'm pretty sure of that. And I'll remember that I needed to draw it at the right angle for the face. Now, does it look better than the last one I did of her? Oh yeah, this is leagues better than the last one I did. So I think each one gets a little better, and that's a good thing. Even if they didn't, I'd just say, it must have been a bad day for drawing. And that happens. Sometimes you have off days when you're drawing and nothing looks right. You just have to go, okay, well, I'll draw tomorrow. Get you some rest. Think about how you're going to draw. And if you're having problems with a part of it, just draw that part over and over and over again. Like, let's say the eye. I've done that before. Because if I have problems drawing a part of the face, I will do that. But this is the Girl with the Pearl Earring by Johannes. I think it's how you pronounce it. Johannes Vermeer. And it was done in the 1600s. So I think it's a good one to try to make a drawing of. I think this one's not bad, but it's still doesn't look like the original. And for reasons that I said earlier. So what you've got to do is just, draw it and then stay with it. Now, this one's done. No matter where it's good or bad, it's worked. I hope you found this content informative and entertaining. I like to draw stuff upside down and hope to keep creating content like this. Thank you for your support. And please like and subscribe. You can also help support this content by going to patreon.com/artvideoinstruction. Thank you.